everybody, welcome to the show. I am here with Plato, and we're bringing you a very interesting story about the Charlie's Angels movie. I know everyone's just like, hey, Dread, why are you telling us stories about Charlie's Angels? Nobody cares about Charlie's Angels movie from way back then. Nobody cares about Elizabeth Banks either. But I do like to occasionally stick it to the directors of Hollywood who completely contradict themselves on every level. And this is probably one of the biggest L's I have ever seen a director in Hollywood take in a long time. You're really going to love this. Trust me, bro. Charlie's Angels director Elizabeth Banks once again falsely claims she had no role in promoting film's feminist narrative. There was not this gendered agenda from me. I am just a director trying to direct a movie. I don't want all these far-right extremists to come after me and tell me how awful of a person I am for promoting such garbage. She's saying it's not true. So just keep this title in your brains as we read through this, because you are going to absolutely love this. In yet further confirmation that she is seemingly unable to take accountability for her own failures, Charlie's Angels director Elizabeth Banks has to falsely claim for the second time that she had absolutely no part in the promotion of the feminist narrative that sprung up around her failed cinematic reboot. And some people might be thinking, maybe she was just subtle about it. Maybe she just mentioned it in passing. Nope. Get a load of this. Banks made her latest attempt at rewriting history while speaking in promotion of her upcoming film, The Beanie Bubble, to Rolling Stone's Marlo Stern. It's like these actresses and directors just forget that everything is recorded and that you can easily go back in time and look at everything that you have said and done, and anybody can look at anything that you've said and done, and they can bring it back to haunt you, okay? Be careful. Because there's just no telling what they might dig up and uncover. Directly asked by Stern, what did you learn from the Charlie's Angels experience? The actress/director asserted, for me, regardless of what the actual product was, so much of the story that the media wanted to tell about Charlie's Angels was that it was some feminist manifesto. I'm just shocked that they did that. It was all the media's fault. It wasn't like the media defending her movie for her. So not only does she know who's getting her back, she's also just outright lying. Check this out. People kept saying, you're the first female director of Charlie's Angels, recalled Banks. And I was like, I mean, they've only done a TV show in McGee's movies. What are you talking about? That's not this long legacy. Yeah? You sure about that, Elizabeth? As for the film's promotion as a pop feminist powerhouse, Banks then claimed that she had signed onto the project solely because I just loved the franchise. Sure you did, Banks. Sure you did. So check this out. There was not this gendered agenda from me. I'm innocent, said the Cocaine Bear director. That was very much laid on top of the work, and it was a little bit of a bummer. It felt like it pigeonholed me and the audience for the movie. To lose control of the narrative like that was a real bummer. Oh, you lost control of the narrative? Like you're losing control of the narrative right now? By the way, she says she and the audience of the movie. So who's the audience, Elizabeth? Let's find out. You realize how the media can frame something, regardless of how you framed it. I happen to be a woman who directed a Charlie's Angels movie that happened to star 3 incredible women. You can't control the media saying you're a lady director and that's special, which it is. But it's not the only thing. She has to get that in there. She's like, it is special that I'm a female director, but I also don't care that that it's special. I'm just pointing it out that some people think it's special to be a female director, which it's not. Okay, there are tons of female directors out there, just like there are tons of male directors. It's not special to be a director. You're just a director. Make the movie. Entertain audiences. Period. It almost seems like she's just trying to cater to the other side because now these people in Hollywood are seeing that there's a shift in public opinion, that there is a shift, a polarization, and reasonable people who love movies for what they are starting to gain the upper hand now, and Hollywood's going down in flames. So I don't know, you know, grasp for whatever straws you feel comfortable with, right? Continuing, Banks told Stern, I remember having a conversation with someone who was like, you guys are going to have a partnership with Dry Bar, which is like a hair-blowing thing. And I was like, all right, but could we have an ad during the baseball playoffs? Charlie's Angels is not only this one thing. It was interesting to see how the industry sees things that star women, concluded the director. It was a real lesson for me. So here you go. This is what she was saying. Asked a similar question regarding her experience working on The Box Office Bomb during a September 2022 interview with the New York Times, Banks opined, "It was an incredible experience. It was very stressful, partly because when women do things in Hollywood, it becomes this story. It's all about women again. There was a story around Charlie's Angels that I was creating some feminist manifesto," she told the outlets with David Marquis. "I was just making an action movie. I would have liked to have made Mission Impossible, but women aren't directing Mission Impossible. I was able to direct an action movie, frankly, because it starred women, and I'm a female director, and that is the confine right now in Hollywood. I wish that the movie had not been presented as just for girls, because I didn't make it just for girls," the actress ultimately posited. "There was a disconnect on the marketing side of it for me." Sure there was. Okay, now we're going to get to the juicy part. Yet, for all her protestations, the fact of the matter is that Banks did in fact have a direct hand, and a heavy one at that, in building Charlie's Angels up as a feminist manifesto. Uh-oh! Asked, how is this reboot going to be more feminist than the original? That was a question asked by Collider, okay? Sydney Bucksbaum. Kind of like, it bombed in the box office, right? Banks explained, "I honestly feel that the property has all of the bona fides of feminism already built in. I really didn't have to do much other than honor its entire history. By that I mean, the original TV show was just about women who went to the police academy, but then were not allowed to actually be full police officers," she said. "They were given the jobs of desk clerk or meter maid." Oh my goodness, she's seething. "Charles Townsend came along and said, 'Now they work for me. My name is Charlie,' and gave them the opportunity to live their best life. I feel like this entire endeavor is about giving women the opportunity, including myself, to participate fully in a really big action franchise. We've done it. It's been something that's been in the DNA of Charlie's Angels from the beginning." Wow. But it gets worse, guys. Listen on. Further pressed by Bucksbaum as to what were you looking for when it came to casting all of the angels? Well, Banks stated, "When we were casting the movie, I wanted really fresh faces. I wanted a diverse cast. It's important that women, the audience for this movie, sees themselves in some part of this movie." So the audience is women then. I thought the audience was for everybody, Elizabeth. "I think that's really important," she continued. "I want the audience to feel a sense of ownership over the film, that they could be in this movie, that they could live in this world. It's a real message. It's a movie that I want to entertain all audiences, but I did want to make something that felt important to women, and especially young girls." And there you have it. During her time with Collider, Banks also declared that one of the ingredients of this movie was supporting and believing women. "We literally have a character who is essentially working at a big corporation and is not being believed or listened to by her bosses." She's just spouting and spewing and vomiting these pro-extremist feminist talking points that other people have parroted in the past. There is not an original thought in these people's minds. I swear, there isn't. One of the statements this movie makes is that you should probably believe women, she added. "We have as much validity in what we're feeling and how we want to go about living in the world, being in the world, and that was really important to me, that we felt like we had characters that were being taken seriously and given a chance to live their best life." So yeah, she put all those talking points in the movie. She made Charlie's Angels revolve around those ideas. I don't think that Elizabeth Banks is going to be able to live this one down anytime soon. I hope you guys enjoyed this video. If you want to see more, consider subscribing, and share this, by the way. And I look forward to seeing you guys in the future. Say goodbye, Play-Doh. Meow, meow.